Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. This Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remastered video is the 13th part of the complete walkthrough, and we will be finishing the side quests we started when we found Yang, and it must be done before we fly to the moon or it will be missable. And this nets us another good healing summon for Rydia. Then we will be flying to the moon, getting a new party member, and the most powerful summon in the game. Head to Fabul Castle in the top right corner of the world map and walk up to reach floor 2, and then head down and go into the left tower and all the way up to speak to Yang's wife, and she will give you a frying pan. Exit the castle, and what you need to do is to get the other airship and attach the hovercraft. The airship should be near Ebland Castle, where you left it. It is blue on the world map, and you can locate it on the location list. Once you got the airship and hovercraft, fly to the small island on the right where Mithril is located, and you can reach the cave to the bottom right of Mithril by using the hovercraft. Head up and speak to the little person in blue and give him the rat's tail to get some adamantite. Then return to the underground via the mountain with the hole in it. Then head down to the bottom right of the underworld map for a small location and enter the location. Enter the house on the left hand side and get the hidden item from the pot on the second row. Head up the stairs in the top right corner and get the hidden item from the bookcase, and talk to the sleeping man and give him the adamantite, and he will start to work on making a good weapon for Cecil, which we will come back and get it later. Head back to the Sylph Cave and return to where Yang is and interact with him and essentially hit him with the frying pan, and you'll get the Sylph Summon, which when cast in battle will deal non-elemental damage to all enemies and then heal all the party. To get a good throwing weapon, which will be handy for later bosses, go all the way back to Fabul and swap the frying pan for a knife. Now it's time to continue the main story. Go to the town of Mysidia and go up and you'll get a cutscene and you will access the lunar well. And this will take you to the moon. The lunar well has beds at the bottom for free rest. You exit the ship by either side of the blue squares, interact with the crystal to fly between planets, and interact with the switch at the top to take control and fly around with the ship. Before you head to the moon, the smith at Kukul will be ready with the legendary sword Excalibur, and equip it on Cecil, then go back to the lunar well enter, interact with the crystal, and fly to the moon. I would recommend being about level 50 at this point. The moon is a fairly small area. Go to where the circle is and land. It's by some stairs and a cave. Go into the cave. Head up and right for a chest which is guarded by the 2 new enemies in this area. You will get a golden apple. This item will give a character 100 HP, and I would recommend using it on edge. 3 new enemies you can face on the moon. All moon enemies show up in caves and overworld. You have the Abyss Worm, which appeared in Final Fantasy II. They will drain your HP with the Vampire move. They are weak against fire attacks. Then you have 2 similar looking enemies, jellyfish looking creatures. They hit hard, no special way in attacking them. Rydia using Leviathan is always the strongest attack to use. Head up towards the exit and get the 2 chests on the right and then exit the cave. A new enemy you can face is Dark Grenades, the strongest of the bomb type enemies, which self-destruct if you hit them and they don't get defeated straight away. From the chest you get Lunar Curtain, which will be handy in the next boss fight as it will cast Reflect on a party member. And you get Stardust, which can cast the spell Comet that the twins were able to twin cast, and it's a weaker version of the Meteor spell. Exit the cave at the top. Head right, down, and right into the next cave, and then exit the cave at the bottom exit. Head to the top left and you will see a crystal tower. Enter the cave to enter the tower. On the left side you can heal up, and on the right side you can regenerate your magic. And then head up in the middle and you'll get a new party member. Then backtrack all the way back to the lunar well. The new party member has access to all white and black magic, but he has limited MP, and he has a special ability which casts regen on all the party without using MP. Make sure your 3 magic users are at the back row. The last 2 new enemies you can face in the moon is the Black Flans, which has appeared in the first 3 Final Fantasy games, and like all Flans, strong to physical attacks, so you will have to use magic, and you have lunar viruses. Like all those virus type enemies, they will heal and run away, so use Leviathan to take them all out, as you will need to defeat one for the bestiary. At level 49, Rydia will learn the break spell. You will probably need a few others if you haven't got any. We will be using a lot of magic in this optional area to get Bahamut, the best summon in the game. Head to the circle on the right hand side of the map and walk down and enter the cave. Then head down and you will get the Genji gloves. This dungeon will have a set of Genji items. Equip them all on Cecil. Two new enemies you will face in this dungeon are Selene Guardians. They will counter all attacks and use a move called Embrace, which heals a party member's HP but causes instant petrification. You want to take out Guardians first, and then you have Dark Sages, who are capable of casting strong magic. Head up and right and go into the wall, and head up in the top corner for a secret passage that leads to a chest, and then exit to the next floor at the bottom right. A new enemy you can face is the Silver Dragon. Nothing to worry about, they do physical attacks. Follow the linear path, and before you face the monster that's blocking the path, there is a chest on the left and right hand side. These are the last chests in the dungeon. Time to face what is essentially a mini-boss, and you will face 3 of these before you face Bahamut, and that is the Bahamut, which first appeared in Final Fantasy II. They have high magical defense and will counter every physical attack with a physical attack itself. Cast Miraz with Edge for a bit of survivability for him, and you can cast Blink and Protect to help with the damage you take, and then use Rydia to summon Leviathan, and then attack with the physical attackers, heal with Rosa, and cast Flare with Fusoya. Flare is the most powerful non-elemental spell in the game. Head up to the next floor, defeat another Bahamut, follow the linear path and defeat another Bahamut. Another new enemy you can face is the Bone Dragon, which first appeared in Final Fantasy III. It is weak against fire. There is a final enemy you can get in this dungeon, and it's the Giant Warrior, and it didn't show up for me, but you can get it in a monster in a box battle later on. Head up to face Bahamut to get him as a summon. In the battle, he will do a countdown from 5, and when it reaches 0, he will do his Mega Flare move, and it will more than likely wipe your party, so you want to quickly cast Reflect on your party. Use your healers to cast Reflect on themselves first, and then do 2 others. I found I needed to use 1 light carton on the 5th to be able to have all the party have Reflect, and then Mega Flare will reflect back to Bahamut and do max damage. Reflect lasts 2 turns, so more than likely he will be defeated on the 2nd Mega Flare. Attack him with your best attacks to make the battle go quicker. One final place to visit. Head to the bottom right of your location where the red circle is marked. One of the Hummingways, a blue one on the right hand side, is a shop, and I would recommend buying 99 sirens to make some farming for rare monsters, summons, and a key item, all for 100% completion, and this will cut some time considerably. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.